February 2008. A man in an expensive dark suit steps out of his car and walks across a dimly lit parking garage in Damascus. He is alone, headed to an apartment to meet his lover. To anyone passing by, he's just another businessman. But he isn't alone. An elite Israeli surveillance team is tracking his every step through monitors, verifying his facial features against a highly classified profile. The man in the crosshairs is Imad Mughniyeh, a phantom, a militant mastermind carrying a $5 million bounty from the United States. He was the architect of a global terror network, yet he managed to walk completely unguarded in a major capital city, remaining practically invisible to the world's most powerful intelligence agencies. This is the destruction of the U.S. Embassy and Marine barracks in Beirut during the 1980s. Mughniyeh orchestrated these bombings, claiming hundreds of lives and leaving massive craters in the heart of Lebanon. His reach extended across the globe to Buenos Aires, where he leveled the Israeli embassy in 1992, burying 29 people in the rubble. Western intelligence knew his name, but catching him was nearly impossible. In 1998, the CIA actually tracked him to an airport in Paris. They alerted French authorities, but fearing for the lives of French hostages held in Lebanon, officials let him walk free. After that close call, he stopped relying on fake passports. He physically erased his identity. Following every major operation, Mughniyeh underwent extensive plastic surgery. Agencies were hunting a ghost. Every time a new photograph of him circulated across international databases, he had already purchased a new face. Intelligence teams shifted to a complex forensic operation, treating his changing appearance as a trail of physical evidence rather than a dead end. When the CIA turned to Israel for help, Mossad director Meir Dagan realized they had to stop chasing old aliases. Instead, they needed to map the clandestine medical network keeping him hidden. Mossad activated assets across Europe. They didn't look for known militants. They infiltrated high-end plastic surgery clinics, searching for sudden, massive, off-the-books procedures. The strategy worked. A German intelligence asset operating out of a specific clinic in Berlin handed Mossad a file containing Mughniyeh's complete medical records. The file revealed 9 distinct surgical alterations. He had his jawline shaved down, artificial teeth implanted, swapped his glasses for contacts, and dyed his hair gray. Most importantly, Mossad secured 34 highly updated, extremely accurate photographs of his newly constructed face. For decades, his shifting identity provided near-total protection. Now, his surgical history gave Mossad the one thing they lacked, a way to see past the mask. In early 2008, a tip came in.
Intelligence indicated a 50% probability that Mughniyeh would travel to Syria for an Iranian Revolution anniversary event and to visit his 29-year-old secret lover in Damascus. Mossad deployed Kidon, their elite assassination unit. 3 agents acting as businessmen took flights from cities like Paris and Milan, converging on Damascus. Meanwhile, a support team worked back channels, smuggling explosives through Beirut and across the border into Syria. Working through the night, the team wired the explosives into a silver SUV, parking it directly in the lot outside his lover's apartment. Kidon agents were now completely exposed deep inside hostile Syrian territory. Their entire exit strategy relied on those 34 medical photos and a flawless strike. Which brings us back to February 12, 2008. The man in the dark suit walks toward the silver SUV. In a nearby monitoring room, Kidon agents watch the feed.
They match the shaved jawline, the teeth, and the exact spacing of his features against their 34 photos. They have a positive ID. As he passes the rear of the vehicle, they press the button. The blast is hyper-localized, tearing through the parking lot, instantly eliminating the target. Mughniyeh's death devastated Hezbollah's command structure and shattered the illusion that their leaders were untouchable. Mossad's operation was clinically precise. They left absolutely zero physical evidence in the rubble, forcing a panicked Hezbollah to arrest an informant just to explain the breach in their security. For 25 years, physical transformation kept Imad Mughniyeh out of reach. It finally took a decade of medical records and a single parking lot in Damascus to prove that even a reconstructed face eventually leaves a trail.